What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Warhammer 40k Deathwatch, the game that I just cannot put down today because I am just such a giant sloppy bitch for anything Warhammer. Like, in general, I actually like most of Games Workshop's IPs. Like, I play just about anything by Games Workshop that comes out on PC. But anyways, I am just nasty sloppy when it comes to games like this. I'm like, well, looks like I'm going to play it for the next 50 hours. Let's play Part 4 Wound. Alright, a Thunderhawk is en route to extract kill team from an open sore in the vessel. They must defend the area from a Tyranid attack while waiting for extraction. Yay, if it's a defense mission, that's like free XP. I don't think we should bring an Assault Marine if it's a defense mission. I know some people will disagree with that proclamation, but they're not really that good at defensive missions, and so why bring them along? Instead, I would say bringing Brother Leandros is probably the better. Unless I'm trying to level him up. Maybe I'll just do it to keep him leveling. Because you definitely want to have like an A team in this game. Has anybody else gotten to the point they need to be at where I can buy some new traits just yet? Oh, I didn't get to try that out in the last mission either. We got the free fire thing. I'll do it on this mission. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Brother Regulus. Do you have the stuffses? So he had covering fire. That one was actually pretty attractive to me. So I'm going to take that right there. It's a passive that makes it so Overwatch shots have a chance to not cost AP. So basically he could just Overwatch forever as long as you give him a weapon that doesn't overheat or run out of ammo. Engir Lupus. We threw a bunch of stuff into his level ups, and so I'm figuring with Engir Lupus, I'll probably leave him alone for a while and let him stack up a little bit of stuff. Helios. What do you have going on? He's got 6,000 on Helios. I think for Helios, I was looking at this one right here. So he needs to get 8,000, which he might be able to do on this mission. Killing an enemy gives him AP back every now and again, which would be super dank. So anyways, dankity dankity dank. Let's play the game.
The Tech Marines inform me that the atrophying agent has taken hold. The hive ship is decaying. A Thunderhawk is en route to a breach in the vessel's outer skin. Prepare for battle. The enemy will find you before deliverance arrives.
Ew, it's all veiny. We're basically escaping through like a pustule right now. We're escaping out of a bubo. How gnarly is that? Start moving some people around and just kind of figure out where we want to be. I'll probably spread people out a bit just to give us a better chance at moving around a tad more aggressively. Probably move him up to here. I'm not going to leave any Overwatches up. We both know that these right here are going to spawn a ton of enemies given half a chance. So I'll probably put him up on Overwatch for just a minute. He's probably not going to get anything. There's nothing on map right now, so we should be good. Enemies are moving. Oh, there's no enemies yet? How many turns do we have?
The rumor about Watch Station Bekris Troika? No, brother. My stay there between missions was short. They say it is haunted, that the spirits of the dead walk its halls. Rumors and stories, brother. Nothing more.
I would prefer to move quickly. I just want to get my back against a wall as fast as possible so that I can figure out exactly where they're coming from. I think this purple line might be their spawn zone. I'm not really sure. It's had this purple line on every mission, and I'm not totally positive how that affects things. But since they haven't even spawned in yet, we'll just... Ah, there they are. I was going to say, we'll hold our ground until they actually make a physical presence on the map. And up until then, my cat leaves me physical presence all the time. But while we're on the subject, cleaning kitty boxes is gross. We need to come up with a better solution to this problem. Kitty boxes are gnarly. Oh, no. Oh, he didn't get a counterattack? Well, fantastic. Yay. Keep moving backwards, because he's going to be right on top of you very, very soon. Go ahead and give him a shot. And hope that you... Ah, he overheated on his first shot. Shit. Okay. Well, keep moving backwards then. I want everybody's back up against a wall. And if you guys can fire... I mean, do Overwatch if you can do Overwatch. I don't think we're going to have to wait for him. He can't Overwatch because he's already used up his overheat. So, unfortunately, it is what it is. You go this way as well. Maybe you'll actually kill something. These defensive missions are absolutely fantastic for farming up wolf XP, which is actually the more superior type of XP. Just in case, if you're conversating with Goriel, you've always got to admit, like, the wolf XP we got from that last wolf mission is the wolf best. You gotta add wolf onto everything, because that's how space wolves do it. Well, look at that. They decided to come through the sides, too. Wow, there are a lot of you guys in here, aren't there? Okay, yeah, you know, it's kind of our home. We live here. I thought you would have thought about that before tactically you decided just to, like, hang out here for long periods of time, but... Yep, it's our home. It's where we come from. That's why there's a lot of us here. Still, if it only takes one Marine to wipe out like 30 of the little bastards, you might as well. See if I can get some Devastator shots off. I would like to spread the XP around a little bit. Any Termagants need to go first, but I mean, he's doing a pretty solid job at just like clearing the battlefield right now. Not even going to trip about it. The Assault Marine. Now I got to make a choice. We'll have you Overwatch. And then Assault Marine, go ahead and do your thing. Oh, you're going to miss? Ain't that a bitch. Are you... So I thought they got a counterattack whenever I missed, but they haven't been getting it the last couple times. I'm going to go ahead and just get lines of fire going here. I mean, to any real location that we can't... Oh, he's behind... Okay. Never mind then. It might be better to move him up to here. Since he's got limited range with the Melta anyways, I might want to put him a little bit closer to combat. And we'll sort it out, especially since he's got the damage stimulant thing that he can inject himself with space drugs. Like, actually, we prefer to call them wolf drugs. I'm just saying. It's the wolf PCP that we take before every mission. That's how we actually get this shit done. No kill right there, unfortunately. Means we'll probably end up firing a couple gimme... Oh, they come up from the backside, too? Oh, shit. Well, that's not good. Okay. Well, everybody clear your corner, I guess. I mean, if you got a shot to take, take it. Did he just throw a bullet out of his sword? I'm not sure how I feel about what just happened. I think he's bugged. Okay, so apparently you can save in the middle of the mission? I don't know. I Control-Alt deleted it, and I came back fully expecting to have to restart the entire mission, but it appears to have a save state or something from the beginning of your turn, so hopefully if we can avoid him. Your accuracy is really killing me on those melee strikes, brother. There, some pretty bad accuracy. Let's see if we can get this done the right way this time. I think he got stuck in his melee attack animation. I'm not entirely sure what happened right there. These guys are not close enough to do any sort of damage anytime soon. And so I'm probably just going to focus on this. Ah, he overheated already. Shit. I really hate that overheat mechanic. It's actually, I think the percentage is a bit too high. It happens so consistently that I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to step over to here, and this guy's going to have to bail him out. That overheat happens so frequently, though. I may actually get rid of all plasma weapons for a little bit. I don't think it's justified. The damage increase that you get, it just so consistently overheats that I may swap it out for something else pretty soon. Let's go ahead and aim down here, and when they come into range, they'll come into range. This guy's just going to have to chill. We may want to back up slightly from that edge. Move people a little bit. I wish you would step back from that ledge, my Marine. They don't talk about that either in the lore, but Space Marines, in addition, do love Third Eye Blind. I have no idea why. They're not really a super tolerable band, but I guess they're okay. They remind me of being a kid more than anything else. I mean, because they were pretty popular when I was a youngin'. So anyways, we got them coming in pretty much off every flank right now. And my concern is that if we get behind on killing off enough of them per turn, that we're going to get overwhelmed. So what does Free Fire do? Let's try that out. So it basically just lets him go straight G-Funk mode for 1 AP. That's a pretty goddamn good ability. That is a really gnarly ability. One that sort of sets the stage in our favor. Keep firing. Just don't stop. Don't stop till they get enough, Jamo. The Melta gun so far is actually my favorite firearm. I'm thinking it does the best out of everything here. I could advance right there, but let's hope for no... I would really, really prefer to hope for... what can you do, actually? I need to use this turn to gain us a little bit of ground, so if I can kill off a lot of stuff on this turn, it'll sincerely take the pressure off us in the future. And then I'll probably just have him point blank from right there in case they spawn in on that side. It'll get us a little bit of breathing room. I may have you, sir, to there. You, sir, watch the back flank, like so, because there's not a whole lot to the bottom anyways that's going to bother us. How many turns do we have to hold out here for, out of curiosity? Just like, you know, one Space Marine to another, like how long are they going to make us hold right here? Because there doesn't appear to be any sort of indicator. There we go. I'll probably scooch him a little bit too, because his melee attacks seem to be...
informed on that. You need not worry. It is my aim. You jest, brother. I have seen you shoot the eye out of a Hormagaunt from 90 paces.
I mean, everybody gets lucky with automatic weapons. That's what I'd throw out, is like, well, I mean, I shoot a lot of bullets, so there is the possibility. There we go. I mean, it might be better just to have somebody overwatch over here, and every time they come in from behind, just wipe them out as best we can. He's got a pretty good shot on that Hormagaunt right there. Might as well take it. Maybe set him up. Actually, let's set him up over here. In general, I'm not super fat. Did he overheat already? Damn it, he overheated again. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. He should still be okay, I think. In addition, if I put a fire right there, he might be able to get him before he gets to this guy. Oh, he went after him. I didn't even consider that as an ability. Look at my tunnel vision. Look how tunnely and terrible it is. Wipe him out. The melted gun is so legit. Like, I really do like the melted gun. And this would, of course, be the turn where they don't attack from behind. I think it alternates. Let's see what we can get done here. And there's the overheat, unfortunately. Kill right there. Sort of work our way through. No, that is definitely not what I want you to do. That would be a terrible mistake. The only thing with the melted gun is it's not very accurate. That's the only problematic occurrence that we run into here. Go ahead and put rounds on him. I want to keep as much breathing room as possible. I don't think there's anywhere we should be going. Like, I think this is the whole map. Like, this is it. I want to use that free fire ability again. That thing was dope. That free fire ability was hella sick, and I want it. I want it all to myself. Yeah, you should do that too, because they're not coming from this way. He's overheated, so unfortunately I can't really do much with him. I may take off that plasma gun after this mission. The overheating is getting a little bit old. Like, sometimes, I don't know, I didn't notice it so much in the previous missions, but on this mission, damn. And the previous one, like, we just been taking a lot of overheats. Like, every single turn we catch an overheat, and it's just like, well, damn. Let's say, if we can put some heat on these guys, too, keep us covered a little bit from the backside, we should be alright. So for you guys, what do I want to do here? Well, we'll start out by clearing this on out. Now that that's been cleared, I'd prefer just to work my way across the field. We'll just use firing lines to get this all done. So you take who you're going to take, and I hope you get a kill. And then from there, I'm going to put you back in Overwatch mode that way. For you, sir, I'm just going to have you waste your shots over on this side, because why not? There we go. And then you go ahead and give me some fire over here. There it is. Alright, and I will put you on Overwatch just in case, although it's not really worth it to bait out the shot for canceling out your entire next turn, but if we get it done, we get it done. I think it's just really, really bursty. I know I read a couple times that random number generators are really, really bursty, and so sometimes... Oh, look at that. He got a bunch of attacks off. Ain't that a bitch? Okay, so I think we might be getting our burst right here, because we went a couple of missions without ever overheating, and now we're overheating like every single turn. It just may be a little bit bursty. A little bit nasty. But, you know, that's what Space Marines are all about. They're about the nasty. That's why we're here, is to cancel out the nasty. Oh, look at that. They spawned in behind me. That's fun. Got a pretty solid amount of enemies coming at us right now. No joke and no lie. Well, probably take you real fast. And I take me where? And I'd be like, to hell, where all Xenos belong. Although I will point out he's an Ultramarine. And Ultramarines are known for their leniency to Xenos. You'd be like, oh, this Xeno's kind of cuter than those other ones. I mean, he's sort of like us. Maybe we can just let him live. But like, no. That's how heresy infiltrates our society. You take your shot over there. I hope you kill him, though. Hey, you managed to pull it on out. 3 shots in a row. Good for you. So what do we have down this way? Wow, sometimes the camera gets really screwy. I think I'd rather wipe him out first. If I could clear out like an entire front first, that'd be great. So yeah, we just went an entire turn without anything happening. I think the trade-off for this thing sometimes canceling out your entire turn is that it's got better accuracy, better damage, pretty much everything universally. And so you kind of just got to make the choice there. What do we have right here? Go ahead and spray them out then too. Spraying for bugs right now, doing a little bit of Xeno pest control. You know, that's what we like to do on the weekend. This isn't even my real job as a Space Marine, Goriel. I'm a plumber. I know I talked about my fear of, plumbing-related objects earlier, but for real though, I'm a plumber in my free time. I mean, this is what I do on a Saturday for fun. Just go out and spray bugs' brains into the walls. Every now and again, you don't survive the mission, but such is the case when you have a dangerous job. And honestly, think about that hazard pay, huh? Oh man, these guys are up on me right now. I mean, luckily he dodged twice, so it's not that big of a deal. Really sort of underwhelmed by the Assault Marines right now. Without their ability to jump pack around, I have trouble. I mean, maybe I'm not clicking something, or I don't really know. But either way, hey, we have achieved victory, brothers. So how much XP did we farm up on that one? Because we killed a lot of shit. Like, for real, that mission, we went in deep. We went in hard and deep. So we got enough XP right there to maybe iron some things out and be a little bit more equipped in the future. Another power axe from that side. We cleared an act, which means we get a free pack. So that's pretty cool. I didn't realize that was a bonus either. I do like the gambling aspects of the game. I know some people aren't going to like that because they like to be able to actively purchase the things that they want. But for me personally, I enjoy gambling in games, like things like pack openings and stuff like that. I think they add a little bit of I don't know, a little bit of anxiety to the experience, I guess. Go ahead and sell off some of this extra war gear, too. Haven't been able to even use these yet, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep things varied. I'll keep the, no, I don't want to sell the master. I can't do that. That'd be a bad mistake. Still, do we open the packs now, or do we do another mission? Let's do another mission, because we still got like 8 minutes left. The Imperium need to know where the next blow will fall so a defense can be mounted. To know the mind of the alien requires extraordinary methods. By chance, reports indicate that a broodlord was incapacitated in the defense of Krauto 4. If its brain can be retrieved, Inquisitor Harkin has the means to recover its secrets. As the Deathwatch drop pods hurtle towards Krotox, I'm going to call it Krotox 4, because it sounds cooler. The machine spirit in one malfunctions. The drop pod crashes into the Basilica, leaving one survivor from the squad within. With the element of surprise lost, the Deathwatch must regroup and proceed with the mission. That's not good. So we're all separated? Brutal. Well, let's go through and see what upgrades we have available first. You got 6,000 XP, so we might as well put it into something. 30% chance that attacks cost 0 AP on Overwatch. Yup, sounds good to me. Let's go for it. Battle Brother's not that useful considering we only have 2 Ultramarines on our team. I mean, it's still a 10% increase. I don't know if he counts himself or just the others. What is this right here? Targeting link. And then this one right here was like he stays on Overwatch even if he gets attacked. Okay. I may just go in on him. Oh, I don't know. Take 1250. He's really got nothing else that I want to upgrade right now. So maybe a little bit more accuracy. I think the enemy has some kind of dodge modifier. Because by bare bones numbers, he has 84% plus 24%. He should have a perfect chance to hit. And yet he still misses multiple times in a row. I'm guessing the enemy has some kind of dodge modifier that's either applied. And whether you wanted to go up over this with the accuracy threshold, it depends whether the dodge modifier is added after these 2 rolls are added together or before. So if these are added together and then you get like the minus 20% because of the enemy's dodge, then it doesn't really matter. It means you want to go up over 100%. But if the 20% is added in spite of the fact that this maxes out at 100%, then you get just like a flat 80%, and then there's no point putting points into it because it's going to be 80% no matter what you do. Consider looking around. I hope I explained that well enough. I'm not very good at explaining things. So he's got a bolter specialization we could give him. He's got regenerative implants, which is kind of what I was keeping an eye on. Strength of the Wolfen doesn't seem like a bad plan either. 30% accuracy. I think these 2 together would actually make him pretty good. What were his active abilities? Crack shot. And then he's got the glory of Lehman Russ. Okay. I will more than likely just kind of sit on his points for a little bit. Our veteran, Helios. You've got 10,000. I was going to spend 8,000 on the Revenge of Sanguinius, so we'll go ahead and take that. Now, because he has Revenge of Sanguinius, it means that it's in our best interest to give him a gun that can't overheat. And so in giving him a bolter here, my point would be that it doesn't matter that he basically, if he gets lucky, he could have technically endless attacks, right? But if we're going to build in that direction, what we want to do is we want to limit the chance that his attacks will be ended instantaneously. So giving the plasma to somebody else is a better idea, because it doesn't matter if he gets a bunch of free AP if his gun can automatically end his turn at any given moment. And so we want a gun that can essentially just fire endlessly. At least that's what I'm leaning towards right now. Because I'm all out of time for the day, I don't really want to start another mission just yet. This puts us right on the edge. I guess we could start. Let's start, and then we might not make it very far, but we'll start, now that I know that you can actually resume halfway through the mission.
Kill team, listen closely. Your battle brother has crash-landed and alerted the enemy to your mission. Reach the objective area before it is overwhelmed by the Tyranids.
Okay. So, kill team members, where are we headed? Where's my objective at? Keep Magnus alive for 10 turns. So, are we just trying to regroup? Because if we're just trying to regroup, my hope would be that I could do that pretty quickly. I don't see a lot of nids just yet. There's one right there. I think I'll be able to do one attack on the next turn. Provided, anyways, that... Step out to here. Let me see what your Overwatch can hit. Since it's already done and done, let's just haul ass here. If we're going to take the damage, we're going to take the damage. I'm not going to stress about it. It's all good. I just need these guys to be regrouped as soon as possible. I assume we hit that bridge right there, and then we'll basically be on top of each other that quickly. The enemy hasn't had their first spawn yet, so these are all things that we have to think about before we go in any further. Our Space Marine is in a blind spot, and I don't know if the AI acts in spite of... Oh, shit. I don't know if they act in spite of the blind spots, meaning they know where the blind spots are, and they just have, like, a sort of transcendent knowledge of the battle map. Or, I don't know if they play like we do, which is where they adapt to things being blind. There's no way to really tell, unless you knew the coding, so... A little bit of meta right there that we are just not aware of. Step around that corner real fast. Give me line of sight on this side. He's not going to be able to catch up with us for at least 2 turns. So that's okay. And Magnus is in a really good... A really, really good spot anyways, because he's got that ability that allows him to flatten like everything on his turn, so... I'm going to go ahead and go all in on these guys right here. It's a little bit of a waste of XP for him to get all the XP for these kills. But it does put us in a pretty advantageous position as far as the battle map is concerned. I'm going to go ahead and let him have a shot here. There we go. Damage is definitely down from me taking out the plasma gun. But, you know, I don't feel too terrible about the decision. I'm going to Overwatch right here. Bring him up to right here. I don't know if this actually... I think this is a dead end right here, so it shouldn't matter. And then we end our turn. I mean, I guess technically he's got 3 left, so I could rush him forward. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll rush him forward for right now. Okay, so there's an enemy right there. Got a couple of foes coming in. That's why I left the Overwatch on that corner, is because I figured they were pooled back there. That is the dirtiest of dirty Xeno tactics, to pool behind blind corners. Especially with melee armies. Like, you hug that line of sight as hard as you can with your melee guys until the enemy makes a stupid mistake. Then once that happens, it's GG for them, because then you rush out like a horrible wall of deathfire murder face, also with habanero sauce. So I'll probably just have him chill on the bridge here now. Bridge gives him a pretty solid line of sight against most of the enemies. And so... Well... Let's just keep him trucking. Whatever. Check that corner for me, buddy. Okay, so now that we know about the corner, I should have put the melee guy up here. That was a mistake. Now that we know about the corners, so basically what I'm going to try and do here is I'm going to have one guy this way, one guy this way, probably a guy back here because it seems like they might be able to spawn out of this little gate archway right here. Maybe somebody facing that way. Not totally sure about it just yet, but keeping him alive for 10 turns should actually be pretty easy. This map is fairly generous, so the walk back is not so long as I thought it might be. On his next turn, all of these guys should be back in range. So I think he should be able to farm out a little bit of XP right now. And everybody knows a Space Marine enjoys farming and also plumbing and also wolf cookies. It's the termagants that I worry about a little bit more, and yet they don't seem to be spawning them very often. I think the termagants might cost like a different amount of points or something. I'm not really sure how the spawn rates work in this game. There's a kill. Yeah, just do your thing, man. Just hang out over here. Have a good time spraying bullets at your enemies. I won't be mad as long as you deal a little bit of damage on each turn. Now then, the job becomes to spread out along this side, and this might be a horrible, horrible mistake. But with the sheer amount of blind corners in this game, I find that it's sometimes advantageous to just sort of be brazen and forge ahead and just be very, you know, attacky, basically. I think we look okay right here. Let's go ahead and get Overwatches set up. He can't Overwatch there, but he can definitely Overwatch back here just in case. And then we'll wait for it. We're basically out of time for the day, though, so I'm going to let the enemy run out their turn. If they could all just get on the bridge for me, they're playing in that cover. Man, they love that shit. That's one of the favorite things of AI Tyranid players that do. Gene Stealer, they love those blind corners. Just hiding in them. Hiding in them like crazy. He's going to need some cover along his back flank pretty soon, because I think he's definitely going to get overwhelmed. I may start collapsing him. Actually, I might change. I was going to have him hold on that bridge, and I was hoping that he would be enough personally. I was hoping that he would be enough on this side to hold, and he might be. He might be. I might be folding too soon. But it really sort of depends on his ability. Yeah, I'm going to have him retreat. There's no reason to have him. Yeah, he's definitely going to get overwhelmed. There's no way he's not getting overwhelmed. So it might also be a good idea to take the bridges and hold up here. So let's be brazen again, shall we? Let's be attack-oriented. Let's take Lehman Russ's teachings to heart. And that's going to be the end of my episode. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here for Warhammer 40k Deathwatch. I will see you all next time. That bug was definitely interesting that we caught on the front end. But at least it didn't make us replay the mission, so that's all that I really cared about. I don't care if the game bugs out if I can reload a save and just be perfectly fine. It's when I got to reload and then I find out that you got to replay the entire mission that it bugs me. Bugs the hell out of me. It's a pet peeve. Anyway, see y'all later. How do everybody?